Is it possible to get more things done without feeling stuck and paralyzed all the time? Look, since you're watching this type of video, I can already assume that you have dreams and goals you want to achieve. But do you often find yourself saying you're going to accomplish something, and then days, weeks, months go by and you're still doing useless things like playing video games, watching TV, scrolling social media to the point where it fatigues you and gives you a sluggish headache? You see, your brain is meant to reward you for achieving things. When you ace that exam, when you talk to that girl you've been meaning to talk to, your brain releases dopamine, giving you pleasure and a sense of achievement. But the problem is, your brain treats scrolling social media or eating junk food the same way, giving you a sense of accomplishment when in fact you haven't achieved anything. Then it turns into horrible habits, with your brain searching for all the cheap dopamine it can get without ever trying to accomplish something that actually takes effort. Now, a common misconception about solving this problem is to simply stop all cheap dopamine activities and then you're fixed. You're right, but in a wrong way. Stopping most, if not all cheap dopamine activities is the end goal to stop frying your brain, but it's not that simple. Taking small steps and cutting things out bit by bit will give you a much higher chance of success than going all in. You have to crawl before you walk, and I know it's not the nice sunshines and rainbow answer you were looking for, but I'm just telling you the raw truth to succeeding. So I'll be showing you a fully adjustable 12-day framework through 4 important pillars to get you into a dopamine detox and reset your brain. But first, you have to understand that all the pillars I will talk about in this video need to be incorporated before the 7th day of your detox in order to see the full benefits. Look, I know social media is helpful in connecting and communicating in today's society, and I'm assuming all your friends have social media, and that's not the problem. The problem is the extremely high stimulation that social media provides that robs you of your attention all the time, especially if you have notifications turned on. And this is why the first pillar of resetting your brain is deleting all social media. Now, this will be hard for you to do, I know it was for me, and it will feel like you're giving a lot up, but be completely honest with yourself, you don't need it. And I can assure you that after you delete it for 12 days, you will have dramatically improved your mental health and recovered your dopamine receptors, which will make you not even care if you have social media or not. But this will only happen if you follow the next 3 pillars within the 12-day period. And I recommend taking action on this first pillar on the first day of your dopamine detox to maximize the benefits. Let me tell you a story. It was my first time doing a dopamine detox. I was excited. After the detox, I'd be like a superhuman, right? I was wrong. It was the last day of my dopamine detox and I felt the same, if not worse, than I did before, because I felt like it was a waste of time. So in my misery, I got my phone out and searched something like, why didn't my dopamine detox work? And I stumbled across a web forum with people discussing their experiences with their dopamine detoxes. I found the solution. All this time, I was just cutting out my bad habits, leaving me with heaps of spare time. Often I would be bored while fantasizing about Call of Duty Black Ops 2, the game that I couldn't stop playing before my detox. So I was subconsciously gaining dopamine by imagining playing a high stimulation game, making it all useless. However, through the same forum, I found most people who were struggling with video game addictions like myself said that meditation helped and trained their brain to not think about playing video games. And this brings me to the second pillar, meditation. When was the last time you sat in a room and thought about nothing? It's probably been a while, hasn't it? If you have, I respect you for it. Deep meditation is what saved me from giving up. I gave the dopamine detox a go 2 weeks later, and it felt amazing. Now, this will play a big factor in your dopamine detox journey. Whenever you feel yourself being excruciatingly bored, and even subconsciously gaming or replaying a TV series in your head, stop immediately. Go into a dark room and meditate. Now, there's no special time you should meditate for. But if you don't regularly meditate, I will recommend starting at 5 minutes and until you feel comfortable to move up to 6 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, so on and so forth. It wasn't long ago when I would be on public transport staring at my phone or looking in space and I wasn't really in the moment. Like, life didn't feel as authentic and real back then. It was just routine, I guess. That was a big problem for me. That I would be doing something, say sweeping the floor, but I wasn't actually focusing on sweeping the floor. I was thinking about a past moment or how I could have done something better. Nowadays I see people going for walks around the neighbourhood, and it's great for them. But what hurts me the most is to see them walking with headphones in, staring at whatever's in front of them. And they're doing the thing where your eyes are open, but you're not actually looking through them. And this is the third pillar. Enjoy your surroundings and be present in the moment. Here's an actionable step you can do right now, wherever you are. I want you to look around wherever you are. It could be in a room, in an office, outside, anywhere. And I want you to find something new, something you haven't realized yet in the environment you're in, even if you've known the environment for decades. It could be something like a small mark on the wall or a weird clicking noise your fan makes. Pause the video and do that now. You see how you were in the moment? You were actually thinking about the task you were doing with focus. That's how your mind should be most of the time. So whenever you find yourself at a boring event or on a boring train ride home, don't reach for your phone. Instead, embrace your surroundings and let your curious mind wander. Now, the fourth pillar is very important for the success of your dopamine detox. However, if you don't take action on just one of the previous pillars, everything will fall apart and you won't see the benefits from detoxing. The fourth pillar is to be a ghost. It's easy to tell everyone that you're on this fancy thing called the dopamine detox. But the truth is, nobody cares. Believe it or not, even your friends don't want to see you improving better than them. So what more will they do than demotivate you? As much as we'd like to think our peers support us, it is only until they see us improving better than them, and then the jealousy comes in, and then they try and stop us from becoming better than them, no matter what field it is you're trying to improve in. But being a ghost doesn't mean you have to get rid of all your friends and be lonely. It means spacing yourself from negative friends, and let's be honest, they're not really your friends anyway. And just not to tell anyone but your family that you've decided to go on something that's called a dopamine detox. Because quite frankly, close family is the only true place you will be supported in improving yourself. Also surround yourself with people who are doing better off than you, mentally and physically, because they will happily support you because they are honestly not jealous of your position. You can find these people in places like the gym or a health-directed online community. Now, dopamine detoxes aren't a magical way to becoming superhuman, but it can definitely help as a pickup for when you feel like you're in a rut, or feel like you haven't been achieving much lately, and you need that kick. But you have to make sure you do this right. So let me tell you a quick couple of bonus tips to ensure everything works out. You have to reduce all overstimulating activities you do day to day, even if it's something you call productive. And make sure you utilize all 4 pillars mentioned in this video, so you can be sure to see the full benefits of the dopamine detox at its finest. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe so you can see more productive videos on your homepage. But until then, this is your future unlocked.